And the Pharisees and the scribes asked him, "Why do your disciples not live according to the tradition of the elders, but eat with hands defiled?" And he said to them, "Well did Isaiah prophesy of you hypocrites, as it is written, 'This people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men.'" What Jesus is saying is that they have missed the point. It is the summary of the law that is important, not the tradition of the elders or even the Levitical purity laws. That is why he heals on the Sabbath day, because the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. The Pharisees talk a good talk, but they don't always walk the walk. Now, one of the tasks of a preacher is to draw parallels between Scripture then and our lives now. I might use several examples. I hope by now some may have occurred to you, where we talk the talk but do not walk the walk, or where we make God's will of no effect by our traditions or habits or choices, while pretending or actually believing that we seek that will. A friend gave me a copy of a book which I expect some of you have seen or read. It is entitled The New Jim Crow. Obviously, it is about race in America, the country's perennial problem. The book is subtitled Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness. Former prisoners enter a hidden underworld of legalized discrimination and permanent social exclusion. They are members of America's new underclass. Upon release, ex-offenders are discriminated against legally for the rest of their lives, and most will eventually return to prison. Like Jim Crow, this system marginalizes black and brown men especially, segregates them, and then authorizes discrimination against them in voting, employment, housing, education, public benefits, and jury service. While earlier systems of control were organized to exploit and control black labor, the author believes mass incarceration is designed to warehouse a population deemed disposable. In conclusion, it is the author's contention that if the movement to challenge mass incarceration fails to confront the critical role of race in the basic structure of our society, and if it fails to cultivate an ethic of genuine care, compassion, and concern for every human being of every class, race, and nationality, including poor whites, who are often pitted against poor people of color, the collapse of mass incarceration, if and when it can be accomplished, will not mean the death of racial castes in America. Inevitably, a new system of racialized social control will emerge, one that we cannot foresee, just as the current system was not predicted by anyone 30 years ago. In the era of post-racial America, this is a case of saying one thing and doing another, of talking the talk, but not walking the walk.